been, I don't know, probably a month since I made a video. I've been busy, really, really busy. I went on vacation, and then since I got back, there was all sorts of stuff to be done. The grass was like 3 feet tall, so I had to take time to do that. And there's just yard work, housework, all sorts of stuff. So I've been kind of slow with the whole video thing. But we're back on track now. And as you can see, garage is kind of a mess. We have things all over the place. We do have some changes. I'm going to have a video coming out about, a little more in depth about that. But the S10 that we just did, the 94 or 95, whatever it is, this is the drivetrain from that. I had that truck all up and running. That thing was great. But I decided, I don't know, it's not really for me. I liked it. It was a good truck. Everything rode straight. It was quick. It was fun. It was loud. But it wasn't really for me. So a roller kind of came across my little radar on Marketplace. I was looking at that, and then another buddy hit me up, and he's like, hey, do you want to buy my car? And I'm like, well, what do you mean? What's going on with it? Long story short, I went to go check it out. The thing was very nice, and I did purchase it. So this drivetrain is going to be going in that new car that we got. But the plan is we need to take this Transbrake Turbo 400. That's going to go in the gray S10 that's behind me, because that truck with the turbo and everything, it's really going to need a Transbrake for when we take it to the track. This 6-liter is going to go in our new car, and then the transmission out of that S10 is going to be right behind this. So right now I'm basically just working on disconnecting everything. So I got to take off the torque converter bolts, and then we can take the transmission off the back. We can split the two. Very simple to do. I think this should have 3 or 4. I don't even remember. It's a lot easier to do outside the truck, I'll tell you that. Those S10s get really tight. This does have a really nice RevMax 3800 stall torque converter, and it's threaded, so you don't have to through bolt it. That makes life a little bit easier. All right. I think this is our last one. And we're gonna go back a little bit. I might even have to break this one by hand. All right, that's it. Perfect. We're leaking a little bit of transmission fluid now. We're gonna need something to stick under this. Take a few wrenches here. Alright, got 4 people. What's going on, guys? How you doing? We got some big changes. That's what I was just talking about. The new S10 that we just did, I took the whole drivetrain out of it because it just was not going to it just wasn't really working out. I don't even know. How do I get the chat up here? I don't usually go live that often. So, yeah, there we go. So right now we just got to pull this transmission off the back of the 6-liter, and then this motor is going to be going in something else. This Transbrake Turbo 400 is going to go in our 84 S10. We're just kind of figuring all this out. Nope, not yet. This thing's pretty mighty, but it's not that strong. We definitely got a lot of work ahead of us, but we're not going to stop until that gray S10's done. We really need to bring that thing to the track. That was my goal. I got the 9-inch all installed. I got to run the brake lines for that. And then paired with this transmission, this thing should rip. Perfect. That actually worked out pretty decent. So now, carefully, nice. Perfect. That is exactly what we wanted. Super easy for the most part. Doing this in the S10, it's a lot tighter. There we go. This is what we're going to be working with. That's our RevMax 3800 stall. Really, really sick torque converter. And then that's just the back of the 6-liter. Nothing crazy. And we're leaking coolant again. Yay. Whatever. It is what it is. I've been covered in coolant for like the past 2 days anyways. What's the difference? Alright, we'll let that sit and do its thing. And we'll go ahead and talk about what we just got. Alright, so obviously that's the 84 S10. Most of you guys know everything about that. That's how the S10 sits at the moment. Let me flip this around. It was a good truck. It was fun. But it's just not for me. So I got all this stripped out. I'm selling this whole thing as a roller with the exhaust, rear end, brake lines. Everything's all still in it. This truck just needs a motor, transmission, fuel system, and it's ready to go. But all of that stuff fits in this truck right here. I got the fuel system. Those are for the motorcycle, but we have a nice Magna 525 fuel pump, aeromotive regulator, and we can actually put some manifold pressure on it and it'll change the vacuum and everything. Well, it'll basically just add more fuel when it needs it, depending on the positive pressure inside the motor. So that's the goal. We're gonna tear this whole fuel system apart to get this whole thing up and running. I just put my injectors in. Those are Holley 100 pounds. Those will work well with this turbo. And there's just a bunch of other stuff I got to figure out. We got to figure out this radiator hose that's kind of in a horrible area and stuff like that. But let's check out we'll check out what this motor and that transmission is going to be going in. I wish it was this car, but it's not. I got a 99 Cobra. That is what our new motor and transmission are going to be going in. It is a super clean car. It's probably one of the nicest things that I've bought. It's already set up with radials on the back. It's got an 8.8. This car originally had independent rear, so all that has been swapped out, which is nice. It's got adjustable upper control arms. It was a factory stick car, which that's how most Cobras are. And then to make it a little bit easier already, it's already a roller, so there's no motor, no transmission. It's got a tubular K-member. Basically, all the hard work's pretty much done. I got to plumb some brake lines, slap a motor and transmission in this thing. We're going to be making something out of it. I think it's going to be fun. This truck's cool and everything, but I don't know. We already have an S10. I'm kind of done with the S10s. We'll keep that one. That's going to be our truck. We're going to bring that to the track. We're going to race it. We're going to throw everything we can at it. And then this is going to be more of like a street car. You know what I mean? Something that you can actually put AC in and have fun. And then that, I don't even know what we're going to do with that. That's a roller now too. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. Not a whole lot going on. Whole lot of work, but that's pretty much it. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I just want to give you a quick little update on what's actually been going on, because it's been a pretty slow process. Everything takes time. I pulled the motor on the 79 Camaro. Someone needed a 350, so I ripped that out, sold that to him so that I can get them on the road, because I mean, we're going to go LS with it anyways, but I just wasn't really planning on it. So I pulled that motor. I pulled this motor and trans. Obviously, I got all this apart now between yard work and then stripping the rest of the stuff for this truck. Yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing. We've been pretty busy, so there's going to be a new video coming out shortly. Just got to get to work on it. And that's pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed the update. If you guys have any questions, just comment them down below. And I'll catch you guys soon. See you later.